Hey everybody, I wanted to share with you a plan with me today. I'm still working on kind of finding what I like in my TIS planner. Sometimes I use a weeks kit and I work that way, and then other times it's more open, and then this is a weeks kit but kind of spread out. But for today, I'm going to kind of just use this basic layout. And because this is in October, I think this is the week of Halloween or the next one is, but the main kit I'm going to use, the main sheet I'm going to use is the Stars Sweet Halloween Bujo Deco sheet. I like to mix my things, and I'm also going to use this Shine Sticker Studio washi with the skulls. So that's where I'm gonna start. As you can see, I'm in my weeks planner from the Angel Shop, and then I will get going. I'm gonna take this strip. It doesn't really fit, but I don't want to cut it because of the shape. So I'm gonna put it along the bottom here and then use some of these decos for putting on the ends to cover some of that gap, since it's slightly too big to go all the way, but then it's a little bit too short. I also have a ruler. I like to use this to put stuff down the edge and then to also cut my washi. So for now, I'm just gonna stick this along the bottom. I'm just gonna guesstimate on halfway because, I mean, I suppose I could kind of fold it in half. Do it smartly. Put the middle in there, and then I'm gonna start by kind of creasing it in there. And then the thing is, it's definitely not straight, so I'm gonna adjust. My favorite thing about Shine is that you can adjust your stickers, because I definitely make a mess. And there's a little bit of a wrinkle in there. Let me try to grab it. Let's see. And I can peel that up, and they're just so great because now I can smooth that over, but that one's a little bit crooked as well, so I'm gonna angle it down so it's more even with this line. There we go. And then kind of crease it in there. And now I'm just gonna like fill those spots with some of these deco pieces because I can put something kind of big. I think I'm gonna put this star. It looks like she ate too much candy, so I'm gonna put her there. It's gonna fit perfectly. I don't use this space for that much. I track my sleep and whatnot, so sometimes I use tweezers, sometimes I use my fingers. But see, she's gonna fit perfectly, but I wanna make sure her chair doesn't go over. So I'm just gonna kind of pop that in, just like that, to fill that space. And then over here, we have a little bit more space, but it also is gonna go into my Thursday, so I don't wanna do anything too huge. So I might do a couple. One of my favorite things is like these little stars, or the pumpkin possibly. The pumpkin's a little big, so actually, let's do those stars, or actually, yeah, let's do a star. I was gonna do the lollipops or the candy corn, but it's a little repetitive with this for me, so I'm gonna use those in other places. So I'm gonna do a couple of stars on here. I'm just gonna, I don't like them to be perfectly lined up, so I always kind of angle it. Then I'm going to, you can see that there's candy pieces in little stars. I'm gonna add a couple like candy pieces to kind of help fill this in. I'm gonna go over to the edge. Then I'm gonna do 3. Someone told me once upon a time that designs work best in groups of 3s, and I've always kind of held to that. I don't know, I mean, I never actually looked into it. I'm assuming that it's true. So there we go. So then I've got that across there. I'm going to do the washi across the whole top part of this. It's fun. It's these little skulls. So I'm gonna go over. I'm just gonna start going. Washi is great because it's not too sticky. And I'm gonna go over a little bit because I want to cut it into a straight line. Get that in there. And then here we go. Make sure happy with it. All right, and then I've got I'm not sure where I got this ruler from. I've had it for years, but I'm gonna stop it at the line, I think, and just rip that off. And then I'll do the same over here. So then I've got kind of like my base down, and then this is where I'll add a few more like deco pieces scattered around, and then I'll also add some other little things that I have. I'm gonna put to-dos down here. I've got some fun little sheets. I'm gonna use this orange and black to-do since this is a Halloween page. It's gonna fit perfect if it doesn't rip. I love the transparent stickers, but I do find that they rip much easier than matte stickers. So if you're ever on the fence, I would keep that in mind. Usually they're fine, but like this one was starting to rip that bottom part of that D off on the to-do. So I actually usually do get matte stickers simply for that reason. And then I've got to-dos for the week down there. And now I can kind of just finish filling it in. I also have some little samples from Shine stickers that I'm gonna add in as well, like little extra candies. These are just from a sampler. But let's get, I do kind of work in threes, so I usually will go like do with my deco. So since I'm on this page, I'll come up here, probably right here, because where this separates these top two boxes in the bottom. I like to put some deco there, and then I'll put some little deco here, and then I'll do kind of, I don't do the exact same over here because then it will match and that will be too cluttered for me. So I actually kind of just go over here and I'll add like little deco down here as well to help with the balance. Since I have a star on this page, I'm gonna put this other cute little star over here. It's probably gonna be like one of the other largest pieces on this spread. And I'm gonna just I'm gonna do like almost half and half between Wednesday and Tuesday, but a little bit more in Tuesday. And then I'm gonna do another large one here, which I think will probably be, it might be the giant candy corn. Let me see. Honestly, I'm just kind of winging it. The only thing I really try to do is I do try to balance. So if I decide I'm gonna use these three, then I'll make sure they're of similar sizes. So if I put the pumpkin there, that feels like it could work. And then I'll just balance out the rest of the page with littler ones. But I also love these script ones. So I don't wanna use this until it's actually Halloween day, and I'm not sure which days those are. So let's just go with this big pumpkin because it's super cute. And let's put it, ooh, it's tough because it is pretty big. Let's put it over here on Friday. So when I use these larger stickers, obviously I don't have as much room to write on my days. So I do keep sticky notes handy to fill in if I need to. I just have some plain blank ones that I use the most. I just keep these, and they're from cloth and paper, and then I can also stick these in for some extra space. All right, now I definitely need another, make sure that's flat, another piece over here. I'm gonna do the lollipops, I think. Those look like they would fit good in there according to like size and space. So I'm gonna angle them a little bit just to make it interesting. And now I will kind of fill in with these other smaller pieces and some of these little pieces. I'm gonna put some of these tiny candies, I think, over here, like almost like Star has dropped them as she's walking, like as she's trick-or-treating, she dropped them. Maybe. These don't want to come off. So I'm just gonna put them in different kinds of angles. For balance. There. I love this little bat guy. I'm gonna throw him up here by Monday because that Monday sticker is the smallest. The lollipops are the smallest. So I'm gonna kind of put him, I'm gonna put it off to the side so I still have room to write the date right there. See, he's super cute. And then it'll just be kind of filling in with a few more little pieces. Candy corn. Let's put this over here. I'm gonna put a couple more stars on here. Just kind of go with that one. And I have another little star. So I'm gonna put it here. And then definitely want a couple, at least one or two little pieces over here by the candy bucket. So I'm going to do, I don't want to do a lollipop. I have a lollipop here, but I don't want to do a lollipop because that's way too centered, like way too even, I suppose, is not really the right word, but the only word I can think of. So I'm going to use, these little ones are all the same size, so I'm gonna use this little bigger one, if I can get it. It's gonna go here, and then I'm gonna use another like tiny one. Let's go, yeah, I actually kind of like that balance, I think. And then I want to put something else with that to balance the page. And then I think I would call this one done. I have a few emotes and things I was gonna put in. So for instance, Wednesdays are our ramen nights. So I'm going to do a little ramen girl because it's ramen night. These are from Every Minute a Story. They're super cute. We love our ramen nights. We take them very seriously. And then Mondays are usually my heaviest work day. So I'm gonna take these Bujo essentials from Ohana Story. I'm gonna do this cute little guy who's clearly overworked. Poor little Bujo. But that is me on Mondays. So I'm gonna put him there. And then I also have these Shine emoticons, like emojis. On Sunday, those are usually like my relaxing days. Those are family days. So I'm gonna do the cute little heart eyes. She's cute. I'm actually gonna put it up here by Sunday. Actually, right down here by Sunday. So that way I have, well, I can put the date there. Let's do it here. There we go. And then I'm ready to write and use this as my actual planner. And I do write on my pages in case you haven't seen some of my past ones. I actually write in these no matter how heavily decorated they are. This week I was out of town, so I didn't write a lot, but so this is ready for me to write in. let me know if you guys have any questions or if you want to see any more of my planners specifically. I'm happy to share, but here is one of my cute Halloween spreads.